Your song Tao. Seriously? Okay.
Your turn to ban. Five seconds remaining.
Face back.
Your turn to pick. Ten seconds remaining. Mic on.
Alright. येतोय ना आवाज? हां. Yep. This is good. Yes, mostly safe lane there, I think.
From the deeps I rise. Look to the foe.
Prepare for battle.
Yeah, it's in the bag. Keep a lookout. Yes.
Yeah, slider trades make sense.
Deep ones guide
30
me.
seconds to battle.
Okay.
I rush to defend.
They are hitting him.
Slither. Patrolling.
The battle begins.
The deep ones. To the fight. Cowards. Look to the foe. Onward. Guard well. Yes. On their tail. Shiny as shows. I go deny. blade. No delay. Oh. Yes. Patrolling. Well. Yes. Onward. Yes. Slither. Keep a lookout. Guard well. In over your head. Deep ones guide me. I go. To the fight. I'm on to you. Look to the foe. Yes. I rush to defend. No delay. A soldier's fortune. Onward. Keep a lookout. Guard well. Deep ones guide me. Look to the foe. I'm under attack. Yes. No lapse in vigilance.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
I resurface. I go. Yes.
I think not.
I rush to defend. Slither. To the fight.
Character assassin.
Scaling up.
Such as this should be studied from
Patrolling. Yes. I rush to defend. Look to the foe.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Onward. Guard well. Yes. No delay.
Who turned up the heat?
Patrolling. I go. Yeah. Yes. Keep a lookout.
Might
The
burn.
scales. Vigilance. You're in deep water. Deep ones guide me. Slither. To the fight. To the fight. I go. Yes.
Regeneration.
Slither. I rush to defend. Yes. I'll do it for a fin. Onward.
Killing spree. Double kill.
Look to the foe. Keep a lookout. No delay. Patrolling. Ones guide me. A soldier's fortune. Yes. Guard well. Attack. Guard well. Deep ones guide me. I'll treasure this. After them. Face me. No delay. On guard.
Who turned up the heat?
No mercy. Look to the foe. Yes.
Your middle tower is under attack.
To the fight. Yes.
My sweet sister.
Your bottom tower is under attack.
Onward. Coward.
Such a beautiful day.
We weren't finished!
Man, fucking power cut.
The deep ones return to duty. Keep a lookout.
More fuel for my fire. Money to burn.
Patrolling. I rush to defend.
Double kill.
Your top tower is under attack.
Slither.
Your top tower is under attack. Dire structures are fortified. Your top tower is under attack.
Turnabout is foul play.
To the deeps with you. Attack. On guard.
The enemy's bottom tower has fallen. Your top tower is under attack.
I'm on
Your
to
top
you.
tower is under attack.
I rush to defend.
Your top tower is under attack. Your top tower is under attack. Vanish!
No delay.
Your top tower is under attack.
I'm under attack.
Your top tower is under attack.
Yes.
In a lot.
My strength.
Your top tower is under attack.
I go. Treasure for the deeps. Keep a lookout. No mercy. Deep ones guide me. Onward.
Mine.
To the fight.
The enemy's middle tower has fallen.
After them.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Look to the
Enemy's
foe.
top tower has fallen.
To the fight.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Slither.
Thank you, my beauties.
On their tail. I rush to defend. Cowards. Scaling up. Onward. Keep a lookout. Look to the foe.
Regeneration.
Deep ones guide me. Patrolling. Yes.
Allies
A soldier's fortune. Face me. To the deeps with you. I go. In over your head. No delay. Guard well. Yes. Yeah. You're in deep water.
Your top tower is under attack. Your top tower has fallen.
Yeah. You're in deep water.
Invisibility.
Slither. wither.
Even fire burns to coals.
Oh dear.
My old spanning ground.
Your top tower is under attack.
Shiny as souls. My strength increases. In over your head. Patrolling.
The prize is mine.
I'm on to you. My power grows. Look to the foe. No mercy. On guard. Tip the
Your
scale.
middle tower is under attack.
Keep a lookout. I rush to defend. We see you.
Hey! Shadows take us.
These fires quenched.
I'll not be caught off. Deep ones guide me. To the fight. Guard well. Onward. No delay. No stopping me. Guard well. On their tail. I rush to defend. Yes. To the fight. Deep ones guide me. Look to the foe.
Your top tower is under attack.
Onward, a soldier's fortune.
Your middle tower is under attack.
Looks like
Your middle tower is under attack. Your middle tower is under attack. Your middle tower is under attack.
Repent.
Your middle tower has fallen.
my fever breaks.
Lured me back again. I go. Slither. Yes. After them. Yes. Yes. Keep a lookout. I rush to defend.
Invisibility.
I go. Slither. Yes. Deep ones guide me. Face me. Vigilance. No delay. Patrolling. To the fight. Guard well. Onward. Look to the foe. I go.
Your top tower is under attack.
Yes. Patrolling.
Your top tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified. Your top tower is under attack.
You won't
Your
escape.
top tower has fallen.
To the
I love you this.
yes. Cowards. Deep ones guide me. No delay. Guard well. Relieved of to I soldier on. Look to the foe. Slither. Keep a lookout. Shiny as souls. Yes. Attack. I rush to defend. Guard well.
Your bottom tower is under attack.
Face me.
Forsaken.
I go
Your middle tower is under attack.
onward.
Not even a contest.
Your middle tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified. Your middle tower is under attack. Your middle tower has fallen. Your bottom tower is under attack. Your bottom tower has fallen. Your bottom tower is under attack. Dire structures are fortified.
Unstoppable.
Back to light and air.
Stricken out.
In over your head.
Your middle tower is under attack.
I hear the deep ones calling.
Something in your eye?
Don solo.
I can't believe what we're
Your
seeing!
bottom
What just
tower is under
happened?
attack. Your bottom tower has fallen.
Shadows take us.
Even death may die. Yes.
Shen!
Your middle tower has fallen. Your middle barracks has fallen. Middle barracks has
I believe
fallen.
what we're seeing! What just happened?
I give the gift of death.
Your middle tower has fallen. Your middle tower has fallen. Your ancient is under attack. Radiant victory.
What just happened?
That was a bad stomp. Horrible. Oh, I purchased, okay.
That I got. Every kill matters incredibly here for them, and this Troll Warlord is the only real performer on VG Gaming so far. 3,500 net worth, having a decent lane there, and keeping Slardar down a little bit. But nothing to say against the free lane. No one's showing in the mid spot. Ori, I feel like he can do too much. Level 6 against level 10. When was the last time you saw this kind of disparity between the mid?
The other day when I was playing PUBG. No, I in a professional game, I don't.
Your turn to ban. Five seconds remaining. Ten seconds remaining. Your turn to pick. Your turn to pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
I come, the venomous one. In case you're wondering, it's
Prepare
in the
for
bag.
battle.
Yes. Going.
30 seconds to battle.
Ooh, ah. To the fight. Vile advance. Watch this spot. Agitation. I'm under attack.
No.
Yes.
First blood.
First blood for Salamania and for the Dark Moon.
My loyal ward. A touch of venom. Ah! Ah. My venom flows. Quick as venom. A plague on our foes.
Don't run off.
Anti-venom.
Did you forget your safe word?
I'll make up for lost time.
Gotcha.
As you say. Impaled. Yes. Vile advance.
You'll have to do better than that.
With vim and venom. As you say. Yes. My venom flows. Deadly to the touch. Move them off. Ruination.
Every coin helps.
Toxic attack. Ooh, ah. Agitation.
Your middle tower is under attack.
Yes. Impaled. A touch of venom. Quick here. Going. Not yet. Yes. Agitation. Churn. Ooh, ah.
Killing spree.
Going. Attack! Plague our enemies. Increased potency.
Your top tower
Quick
is
as
under attack.
venom. Vile advance. Impaled. Yes. My venom flows.
Killing spree.
With vim and venom.
Hilarious.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Yes. Plague our enemies.
Your middle tower is under attack. Radiant structures
say.
are fortified.
I'm under attack. Yes. A touch of my loyal ward. With vim and venom. Going. Ward them off. My venom flows.
Dominating.
Yes. Impaled. Yes. Agitation. Yes. Vile advance.
Mega kill.
Quick as venom. Ooh, ah. What? touch this spot.
Your middle tower is under attack.
A touch of venom. As you say. A touch of venom.
Your middle tower is under attack.
I can't believe what we're seeing! What just happened?
Well warded. Caustic blow. My venom flows. Your coin?
Then your top tower is under attack.
Impaled. Ooh.
Your top tower is under attack.
As you say. Yes.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Wicked sick.
Go for me.
A silence.
Your middle tower is under attack.
To oppose me. Ah, sweet toxicity.
Your middle tower is under attack.
Yes. With vim and venom. Going. Agitation. Yes.
Your top tower is under attack.
Quick as venom.
Your top tower is under attack.
Vile advance.
Your top tower has fallen.
It's in my nature. Vile advance.
Every coin helps.
As you say.
Vanish.
A touch of venom. Yes. My venom
sprites are with
flows. Impaled.
Monster kill.
I'm under attack. My venom is no more.
I do suffer, fools.
Your bottom tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified. Your bottom tower is under attack.
Yes.
Venom and vengeance. A toxic combination.
Where are you going? You okay?
Ooh, ah. Going. Attack.
Your middle tower is under attack.
Quick as venom.
Your middle tower has fallen.
A plague on our foes.
Godlike.
Agitation.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
With vim and venom.
Shadows take us.
Yes. Going. My loyal ward. With vim and venom.
Your middle tower is under attack.
Quick as venom. Under attack. Agitation. As you say.
My pet thanks you.
A touch of venom.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Vile advance. Yes. Impaled. Yes.
Holy shit. Holy shit. Double kill.
Envenomed.
Your bottom tower has fallen.
Taste my venom. Ever more venomous. Yes. My venom flows.
Your bottom tower has fallen.
Shadow, take us.
A touch of venom. Quick as venom. I'm under attack.
Shackled.
It's in my nature.
You've been shafted.
Attack. As you say. Yes.
There's no shame in it.
coin? Yes. Coin for my efforts. My venom flows. Going. Agitation.
Son of a...
Well warded. Ah, sweet toxicity. Impaled.
Where are you going?
Yes.
The twins.
Violet Vance. Gold for me. A plague on our foes. With vim and venom, plague our enemies. Impaled. With vim and venom. Watch this spot. The pain. The pain!
Blood for the twins. Blood runs cold.
A cold wind blows.
Back from the brink. I am envenomed. Watch this spot. Sweet toxin. My venom flows. Quick as venom.
For the hunt.
Going. Violet Vance.
Shadows take us.
Yes. Ooh,
Blood on your hands.
Don't think I wasn't fine.
Yes. Agitation. A touch of venom. Yes. It's not to plague our enemies. As you say.
Come on, Spike.
Plague on our foes.
Gotcha.
Agitation. With vim and venom.
Bullseye.
As you say.
Look not for me.
Ward them off. Yes.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Ruination.
The enemy's middle tower has fallen.
My
Run off.
Yes. Vile advance. A touch of venom.
Allies disappear.
Ooh, ah.
Pain builds up. Yes.
Impale.
Up. Nature attend us.
Going.
But skill.
Yes. Quick as venom. Agitation. Go for me. Going. Impaled. With vim and venom. Ooh, ah.
Dire's structures are
My
fortified.
venom flows.
Your bottom tower is under attack.
Neutralized.
Silent seal.
Spoil that shot.
Your bottom tower has fallen. Radiant structures are fortified.
My venom flows again.
Your bottom barracks has fallen.
Hungry, brother?
Yes.
Vanish.
rewarded. A touch of venom. Violet that.
Your top tower is under attack.
My enemy succumbs.
Your top tower is under
Quick as
attack.
venom. Yes. Yes. As you say. I'm not ready. My loyal ward. Quick as venom. Taste my venom. Impaled. Venom's vengeance. Vile advance. My venom glands in.
Perfect.
Yes.
Shadows, take us.
Going.
Can this be?
Ooh, ah.
You had no place here.
Your middle tower is under attack. Your middle tower is under attack.
Regeneration.
Agitation.
Your middle tower is under attack.
A touch of loses an exquisite toxin.
Your middle tower is under attack. Your middle tower is under attack. Your middle tower has fallen.
My enemies will taste my venom.
Your top tower is under attack.
Vanish.
Your top tower has fallen.
As you say.
I can't believe what we're seeing! What just happened?
A touch of venom.
Dominating.
Agitation.
Lost in the woods. Yeah.
Your middle tower is under attack.
going.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Vile advance. My middle sacks run empty.
Die.
हा पियर फक्त मारतो नुसता धावतोय आणि मारतोय.
What about the rest?
I can't believe what we're seeing! What just happened? I can't believe what we're seeing! What just happened?
Gotcha! Shadows take us.
Like a blight, I return. Yes. Yes.
Bullseye.
Attack! I'm under attack. What a bird!
Do not cross the dark. No.
Here you are!
Your middle tower is under attack.
From death's door. Yes. Impaled.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
My venom flows. I only wanted to kill everyone.
Your middle tower is under attack.
That's unjust.
Your middle tower is under attack.
Again, we ride.
Your middle tower is under attack. Your middle tower is under attack.
Next time!
Who, me?
Dire's structures are fortified. Your top tower is under attack. Your middle tower has fallen. Your top tower is under attack. Your top tower has fallen.
Enchantress
Your top
carry घेऊन
turrets
कसे
are under
जिंकणार
attack.
सांगा.
Ring regurgitated into the world.
Your middle tower has fallen. Your top barracks has fallen. Radiant structures are fortified.
With vim and venom. Quick as venom. Payment due. Ooh, ah. Not yet. My venom flows, plague our enemies.
Ready.
Going. Turn. A touch of venom. Impaled.
Your middle barracks are under attack. Your middle barracks has fallen.
Violet Vance.
Your middle barracks are under attack. Your middle barracks has fallen. Enemy now has megabots.
Took you down a notch.
Shadows, take us.
I'm open all night.
Bullseye. Don't run off.
Insta-hit.
My venom's restored. Yes.
Your middle tower is under attack.
Toxic attack. Ooh, ah. Envenomed. My venom dissipates.
Could you? Nothing like a
Your
little
middle
failure
tower
to
has
sharpen
fallen.
your aim.
Your ancient is under attack.
My sprites are with us.
Silence.
Oh, where was
Your
Ryzen?
ancient is under attack.
I left my hoof
footprints in your backside.
Your ancient is under attack.
I can't believe what we're seeing! What just happened?
Your ancient is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's courier has been killed. Your ancient is under attack. Your ancient is under attack. Your ancient is under attack.
Like a blight, I return. Yeah.
Dire victory.
Poyo.
So that's 50. The skewers, we see Mars getting better and using the spears just to pull people back from it. Beautiful stuff going on from these professional e-gamers.
Yeah, absolutely is. And speaking of the Mars here, you know, looking very good with this Ice Blast. You've got the combos there to be able to set up once you hit your level 6s. Laning stage-wise, how's it going for Old 11 and DY?
Mars having a okay time for CS compared to 10, not really okay, but a lot of harassment from Warlock. Warlocks, they usually start with Fatal Bonds level 1, secure the first creep wave for their carries, and this is pretty much the same thing always for Phantom Lancer. They start with a stick, they have the mana spam, and then get Band of Elven skin. Was it called Boots of Elven skin before?
Oh jeez.
Back in the Dota 1 days, maybe, at the start of Dota 2, I don't know why. And then they get Gloves of Haste, turn that into Power Treads. So Dragon Knight on the mid lane should be fine, even with the skewers back, 2 points in Dragon Blood. This is a new type of build on Dragon Knight where Dragon Tail actually deals damage, 70 mana, 70 damage, 2.5 second duration stun. So instead of getting that Breathe Fire, I've seen even like 1-4-4 build on Dragon Knights.
And just maxing it out. And you can even use it to secure range creeps or whatever you want to in that lane. Nothing to say, going to clear that small camp while these Fatal Bonds bottom lane really are a nuisance. Mars and this Ancient Apparition just taking Fatal Bonds and Lancers to the back of the heads constantly. Obviously, Magnus clearing through small camp as he does, but a good stun top. Impale back from PYW allows Poyo to get away from Jinkyu. So far, across the board here, 3 Radiant Cores all farming very comfortably. While the Cold Feet snaps bottom, Old 11 can't really do anything else.
I talked about how this is a good matchup for Lesh against the Juggernaut, which I agree with. I would prefer if he doesn't have a point in Lightning Storm, especially against Jug. Q40 build is kind of what I want to see. Yeah. Juggernaut uses spin, Diabolic Edict, he dies. He cannot trade with you.
So what's the Lightning Storm for? Is that just to kind of slow people?
The range should maybe set up for Nick's Assassin's Stun, because he needs to be close. He doesn't have Boots of Speed yet, just a casual Windlace.
Oh, a good pick off onto that by Warlock. He was running pretty low on resources, so not a big deal for him. Could even consider the bottle refill if he needs to get back into that mid lane, but yeah, they've got water runes in that mid lane. They're all pretty self-sustaining, so he just gets back down to the bottom. Poyo, CS-wise, 20 and 4. Chain pulling out from PYW, trying to make sure this lane is a bit closer to the tower, so those chain stuns don't come from the Nyx and the Leshrac too much.
Whenever I talk about VG Gaming support, how I feel, I'll say DYW for some reason. It's just a combination of the two players.
DYW. What is DY up to? He's stacking Ancients. Who's going to be clearing these? DK? I guess the Juggernaut can a bit later on, but needs some items to do so. And he misses out on that Ancient camp as well.
Maybe better. Sometimes, if you don't have the heroes to kill the stacks with, Mars can help out with the God Rebuke. Juggernaut has some damage, but doesn't have that steroid, doesn't have the Empower. Especially against Mag, the Lashrak, you need to be careful what you're stacking. We've seen so many times teams invading the enemy triangle and stealing the stack.
Okay, he's actually skewered back to his tower. Stunning Cold Feet though, trapping nothing to say there. And even though he's potentially
Radiant's
that tower
middle tower
attacking, they've
is
got
under
3
attack.
heroes surrounding him.
Very fancy interaction there with Impale and Skewer.
And floating in the air and sliding across the map, yeah.
A little bunny hop.
Jumping around. Someone fed him a cookie, but there's no grammar in this game.
What is this voice line? Steady full PP? I kind of like it.
Team SMG, straight out of Southeast Asia. Alright, DYW there, finds Jin-Q. 6-minute mark hits, Illusion spawn bottom. They safeguard both rooms there. Looks like DY gonna have to grab it, so nothing to say, can't refill his own bottle. Continues to play under that dire vision while Warlock has left that bottom lane. That leaves Old 11 now in a pretty free spot here to bully the Phantom Lancer and get tons of farm for himself. Like 14 denies on Old 11, he's playing out of his mind.
Something that Old 11 does pretty much always whenever he plays Mars is buy that Ring of Hell to have the sustain in the lane.
All the stuns. Oh, Yoke Fairy fires and spins. Edict still going there. Physical damage with the right click from Jin-Q. Finds a kill on Jug while in comes Lion. Just
another stun available.
They've got the turnaround on him, you're right. Oh, wow. Lion wanted to chip away at Faith Beyond, but instead gives a double to Jin-Q.
I am Lion, but this was pretty bad. It really wasn't great, and they already used the glyph. Didn't deal any damage to the mid tower.
Get me out of here.
Phantom Lancer, he needs level 6 before going back to jungle. He wants to be able to collect some XP. Good thing is he has a Warlock with him, so he can provide some sustain.
Oh, Poyo looking for revenge. Slices the next assassin, gets rid of the pest in his lane. Before the Lashrak could have regened and returned to that top lane himself. There's a Tranquil Boots Lash there. Something that I haven't seen too much.
He's just keeping it for the extra movement speed. We'll turn that possibly into Ether Hood. And Yule Scepter, so the efficiency is there. Like, you can keep this throughout the whole game if you don't get hit while you have Tranquils. Something that Milan on his Earth Spirit does quite well.
Absolutely does. That's a good shit. Now, a good setup by Jin-Q. He knows that this move for VG Gaming is coming. Obs and Sentry going to get dewarded by DY, and a good 2-man stun there, and an RP catching Lion under the tower. Nothing to say. Hexed up, but gets the finish. Tower down to enough, and now VG Gaming kind of stuck in this spot. Lion Jin-Q have that help of the Magnus to skew forward, and another shockwave drags it back for a double kill.
Is under attack.
Great execution. He just gets solo RP. Doesn't matter too much in the start. If you get solo RPs on a target, you get a kill. And now in the mid lane, that Edict level 3. A lot of pressure on tier 1 tower mid.
It sure is. Nyx has come in here trying to force Ori away, so it keeps Faith Beyond safe, pushing that tower.
Is under
taking it down to about half already.
Cute little play there. Drops his Tranquils when he was about to get hit, and already has it available again. A lot of efficiency, something that IG was very good during the Singapore Major, giving heroes Ocean Heart when they're just running inside the river, keeping the books in case someone needs it. I believe there was one game where they had 3 books available.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
So that little micro plays.
Yes.
And do make a difference. White scouting out some stacks. 2 supports surrounding though, and looks like Ori wants to come in and clear that one up, getting himself a kill on the Dragon Knight. Protect their stacks and make sure it's not stolen out, like you were saying, that Magnus with the RP, the Fatal Bonds, even the Lashrak to a large extent. So good at moving into the enemy jungle and taking the resources which have been built up for them.
Are fortified.
And a good spread of the map here from VG Gaming, honestly.
Bottom tower
and
is under
farming
attack.
top. They've got a bit of aggression mid from Ori. PayTM gonna run back
Dire's
towards
middle
that tier 1
tower is
tower
under
though.
attack.
And at some point you've got to bring number to defend this. LGD have everybody grouped up mid looking for the push.
And there's the numbers. This is what they need. Mars.
Cancels.
The TP actually cancels
Radiant's
because they
bottom
were
tower
going
is under
back.
attack.
Next assassin. 3 floppy hats. Okay.
Oh,
Like usually there's a meme that they need to buy like 6 boots because they have 6 legs.
Radiant's bottom tower
Oh, he's
is
got to
under
catch onto
attack.
that Mars. Shockwave in, but nothing to say. Not wanting to commit. Very spooky there for LGD.
Super tanky. Well, next assassin has a Ferris trinket, which also gives him an extra 100 HP.
That's a Dire Sentry, Dire Observer Ward. Giving a vision of
Radiant's bottom tower is under
isolated behind
attack.
his own tier 1 tower. So this should lead to that
Radiant's
first objective really being claimed here by VG Gaming. Tower down thanks to the Captain
Dire's middle
TP back
tower
across the
is
map.
under attack.
They've got to be fast though. They've got to stop LGD in their tracks from building up this lead because Arme Phantom Lancer with Empower is going to be an incredible force.
Ame immediately TPs to the top lane, wants to be able to finish off that Diffusal Blade. They can still take this fight 4 versus 5. Warlock is level 6. Floppy Cats are not going to save it here. Multiple Floppy Cats is, at least in pub, this is what was Shadow Amulet before.
Oh, is it really?
It really is.
That meme item you built a ton of.
You get 4 or 5, you know that's pretty much the Shadow Amulet, they're done.
Dire's middle tower
So
is
yeah,
under
Warlock you
attack.
mentioned hits level 6, 3-2-0-1 build, so he's
Dire's
definitely
middle
going for this
tower
one
has
big
fallen.
fight hit.
I love
Radiant's
that build when you
middle
put more
tower
points
is
in
under
battle bonds,
attack.
especially with Left Strike,
Dire's
sheer
top tower
damage.
is under attack.
Arena Spear, the finger there from PYW.
When you get
LGD
down.
felt they were the ones that were out on the map finding these first moves, but it's been a really good, tight group up. VG Gaming play small map together, take these clear-cut fights and objectives, not really wasting too much time and spreading out back into the lanes and keeping the pressure on LGD as that slight net worth lead is building up for Vici.
Because they didn't take a single fight for the last 2 minutes when Golem was available. I believe PSG LGD will wait until there is Diffusal Blade done. On Phantom Lancer, Magnus, Blink Dagger already done, going into Echo Saber, pretty standard stuff, when nothing to say plays Magnus. Lashrak, however, I believe that's Hood that he's building. Yep. No point to get Guardian Grease this game, you're playing it into Ancient Apparition, something that offlane Lashraks love to build. So Hood, more tank.
I'll take that.
There you go, Hood. Mules. Think about the Eternal Shroud. I think that Team Governor was talking about.
Is under attack.
Maybe even scale into that more carry-oriented Lash with the Kaya Sands, the Bloodstone, things along those lines. We'll see what direction he goes, though, because LGD right now moving. With Jinkyu leading the charge. Vendetta smoke gonna pop. That smoke of DY. They get the dust on him, but the engine apple. Oh, it's shot split. Cancel on the RP. That was a 3-man lined up, but they've still got the goal and dropped it on top of them. He was trying to escape from this. The spear through to Magnus, old 11. Trying to claim the life with nothing to say, with the Ice Blast, there he does. PayTM now being omni-slashed. Vici Gaming. Beautiful strike back to LGD. And they've got a 4th one. Sorry, Nick Assassin. Demolished by the God's Rebuke.
So unfortunate for LGD. If he gets that RP off on 3 people, they would follow it up with the Rock, with the Lashrak coming on from the left side of the map, and it would be an easy fight, but unfortunately did not get it, so that means 3 big kills.
Radiant's
we talked about the
bottom tower is under
itemization,
attack.
this time around Juggernaut going into Battle Fury. It's an item that in certain situations it's good, and we talked about in the previous game, very good against the Phantom Lancer. You do not want to buy a Maelstrom. He gets the Hood possibly on Phantom Lancer and you still don't deal well with it. It only jumps 4 times or more illusions than 4, so it makes a lot of sense.
And you always have that fear that an empowered carry is going to be outscaling you and out-farming you.
Something to notice that carry started to do with the implementation of the stats. Juggernaut, we're going back to, what was that era? When he went for 1-1-1 build, and then the stats.
It was like 2012-13, right? Where we had Anti-Mage and Juggernaut going 1-1-1 stat build.
It was the Mask of Madness, I believe it was 7.7, 7.8, with the Troll Sniper.
Catch! 11 again. These aggressive steps forward. Find the Lashrak, and that's the combo we've been waiting for. The Arena Ice Blast. So easily capable of taking down core heroes with just a pairing. And LGD, they're being set up on here. PYW looking to spring that trap. But they don't get too over-eager on the tier 2.
Look at Juggernaut's stats. Plus 18, he gets the stats talent, some from the magic wand, some from the R1 tree. Still doesn't feel too tanky considering the old things that he got. 1400 HP seems pretty low.
No, it's going to build up with that Sanjin Yasha though. Status resistance going to help him out tremendously against the RP.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
LGD just looking to make a base camp up in that top side of the map. That jungle now double warded up by Y. Looking to catch out any smoke moves that Vici Gaming make, because that's the primary way Vici want to play right now. Make sure that they can get out on the map, find these arena ice blasts, keep the Juggernaut farming safely. It's almost a race against time here. Juggernaut DK up against this Magnus Phantom Lancer.
They will have tools to deal with PL and the illusions. The Dragon Knight level 2 ulti is up, so there is splash damage. There is Battle Fury done on Juggernaut, as we already mentioned. I want to see a big fight. I want to see a smoke from PSG LGD and get this usage of the rock once again. Fatal Bounce maxed out. Echo Saber done on Magnus, so another good item. I don't think they cannot wait for Phantom Lancer to get his second item. It takes a bit more time.
Radiant
Yeah, go with what you've got. You've built up some nice key timings here. Probably go time for them in a matter of seconds. And Vici Gaming is very patiently playing 3 lanes basically, farming out very efficiently. Dragon Knight nearly stepping toe-to-toe with Wise Warlock, who's been sat up here for a good 2-3 minutes. And both teams really not too eager to make any rash decisions. Bide their time and wait for their carries to give them the green flag. It does feel a bit awkward though for Vici Gaming having to always come back and defend this top lane though. I think that's something LGD are doing very well. Compare it to the bottom lane, which is pretty much always in the bottom right-hand corner, the elbow of the map. Whereas LGD here with Edict on the tier 2, hiding in the trees. Lashrak taking that tower down. And Vici Gaming being scouted out, those wards again. The double coverage, pulls them out. Ice Blast coming in with a Blitz stun from Ori. They catch Faith Beyond. They will turn around on the DY. Ancient Apparition spotted out by Jinkyu and Arme. Illusions there. It's starting to irritate old Levin and Ori as well.
Dragon Knight plus Mars, they're very tanky, so PSG does not want to initiate on them early on. Juggernaut will become more tanky once he finishes that SNY. The durations are not going to be as long.
Oh, they walked into that. Smoking straight into the PL. Dragon Knight loses the majority of his mana pool.
He still deals damage. Like, Dragon Knight's one of those heroes that doesn't care too much about his mana pool.
They want to fight there. They will catch the wall on. Dragon No answer from LGD there. Even with, Golem, with RP ready, they want to be fighting as a 5-man unit, and without Faith Beyond, they don't feel like they've got the damage, and he's showed himself on that lane. I think we're a definite slices from Poyo. Down you go.
Poyo, what a bro.
Yeah, coin.
Uses Omni Slash just so that Lion gets that finger stack.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
I'll take that as tribute.
Quick succession there from Vici Gaming, both on the Lashrak. Shutting down his game, basically. 6k net worth. He's a good 2,000 behind the Mars at this point. He's only going to feel squishier as the game progresses.
The next set of items for Vici Gaming, Blink Dagger on Mars, Dragon Knight with a BKB, and you will have a SNY done on Jug, so they can start getting some more pressure on the map. Right now they did a very good job at just being able to split the fight, not take the full 5-on-5 engagement. They get a pick off and feels like the game's done. Without Lashrak, they don't have enough damage.
Is under attack.
Yeah, and then keeping Juggernaut in that bot lane, he's top of the net worth right now against an empowered Phantom Lancer against this Magnus, who should be farming incredibly quickly. I think the macro play here from Vici has been absolutely spot on. Making sure that now LGD don't let them have the ancient camp, and also essentially going on to Ori with the RP. Phantom Lancer doesn't have any mana to burn. The Ice Blast flying in. Ori incredibly tanky. They need to drop the Golem on it. Hold 11 rows now. Ori will die, but Poyo wants right down. Mars Arena catching up the next with a spear. War about to get pulled down by Poyo. And pushing him on, but
Dire's middle tower
do
is
lose
under
that
attack.
DK first. Oh, now the next assassin traded out as DY. There's Phantom Dancer, no real way to deal with him, and the illusion, chased down by Army. They missed the stun though. Why with the golem running forward? And nothing to say about it. Great shockwave, skewer forward and catch out that juggernaut. All 11 is trapped down on the low ground now, and he's stunned up. LGD for the 5-man. That killed everybody.
PSG LGD, they used the strength of a Phantom Lancer in that fight, going in and out multiple times, just being able to burn all of their mana. Because Juggernaut used that Omni Slash on a mid lane, didn't have it for a fight, and this is the big damage that they need.
When Juggernaut's on the back foot, like, he just can't handle that PL. Now they've got a Solar Crest for him as well. And all of that net worth in your Juggernaut felt like it was close to meaningless in that fight.
It took them quite a lot of time to kill Dragon Knight.
He didn't have any mana to burn.
Didn't have any mana. Pop the magic one in the end, and you can feel how much more damage PL does once the hero has mana. BKB done now on him, plus a level 15 as well on top of it. Didn't go for the talent. I love the Dragon Tail stun talent, because if you're playing for the really late game, if you manage to get that level 25, it's insanely good.
But AoE Dragon Tail. It's nuts. In PYW, they were looking for an Ice Blast jump there.
A tithe to the impurities.
Yeah, has the blink. Needs to get away.
Lion, after getting the Blink Dagger, trying to build a shard, multiple mana drain, which is great against some of the heroes, and also you can deal well with the PL illusions. Nothing to say, getting jumped on plus a hex.
Can they kill him off here? There too. Faith Beyond, he can't save his buddy. Nothing to say. Skewered up to that high ground, thinking he'd have a free bounty rune, some free jungle camps to farm, but Ori was ready and waiting for him. And now VG Gaming transfer it towards the tier 1.
Dire's
They're
middle
looking
tower
for any
is under
stragglers.
attack.
The next assassin is still up in that top tree line though. Tier 1 tower, gonna drop regardless. Don't need to creep wave to kill it off when you've got dragon
Tower
form.
is under attack. Radiant's top tower has fallen.
PL going for Manta style this game. Instead of S and Y, there are things that you can dispel. Breathe Fire is okay. You still have one form of dispelling with Doppelganger. You're playing into Lion, so I would prefer if you get status resistance.
Radiant
Maybe he's worried about being isolated in Omni Slash. After Doppelganger, maybe they clear the illusions. You want something a little more to try and get away from the jug.
The illusion.
More illusions are good. Faith Beyond back into that BKB. The itemization that we really expected and we wanted from him.
Double damage.
And VG Gaming ready themselves for Roshan. High ground ward, DD rune for DK. Mid lane dealt with. For the most part anyway. PL illusions of course always going to be a perpetual nuisance.
Yeah, and it's going to become tougher and tougher for supports to deal with it. Shard done. That means it bounces one more time, and then illusions, Spirit Illusion deals 60% of the damage.
That bouncing lance. Faith Beyond, Yule's up old 11. Can he move fast enough with the phase boots and the Yules? He wants to catch this Lushrak. Dive in tier 2. They're just leaving Beyond stranded down here. They're not going to come and help him. He TPs now, but he looks pretty dead to me. Poyo and old 11. Some real aggressive moves there, down to that bottom lane. Well, our mate, Jinkyu, can't move forward. Just wait it out. Buy BKBs, get to that additional timing, like 25 minutes in. They'll feel much better about themselves.
They managed to get some more farm on the map, nothing to say playing the top part, getting closer to his BKB. I believe it's flying on the courier. Yes, it is. So you need to care pretty much about the Omni Slash and Ancient Apparition ulti. Other things, not so much. Dragon Knight, he's even itemizing to deal with PL even more. Has splash damage going into Maelstrom.
He's also got GQ here, PYW making the jump. Takes down the next. LGD, 7 times now it feels like they're putting these heroes. Yeah, it's 4 stacks of finger kills there. Really huge for PYW with an Agnum Shard to his.
What a mountain!
But do you think LGD, is it sloppiness, or is it them just trying to extend the game as long as possible? Because there's lots of heroes out on the map, forcing Vici Gaming to make plays on their side of the river.
Vici Gaming, they just have a better late game with 3 scaling cores, and Mars is even itemizing, skipping the Blink Dagger, going into Satanic to be able to deal with the PL. One Nuke will give him back a lot of HP. It's also a Dispel mechanic against the Fatal Bonds. Not too bad.
It's going to be massive. Massive Mars. LGD feeling that. Smoking up towards the Roche pit. Dire Vision, of course, as we've seen it, it is there.
Middle tower is under attack.
Try and get rid of some of it. DY and PYW. 2 support out in the open. Courier on the high ground. I'll see the sentry. Courier down. Old 11 can't jump towards them, but the Ice Vortex slows them down.
Lion, killing 3 illusions and also becoming spell immune, which will save him against possibly Nyx Assassin, getting his mana burned. Great shard.
And there's the counter D-ward by Vici. Roshan completely untouched. It's very delicate gameplay from both sides.
If Lion gets to level 20, I want to see which talent he's going to go for. Mana Drain restores allies is not bad against Nyx Assassin and PL. I don't mean, you know, they have more mana, so they deal more damage, but if the fight is like over, if you kill one of those heroes, then you can replenish their mana possibly, and you're also spell immune while doing it to allies.
Oh, nice. Another save for yourself. Arcane Rune up at top.
Just what I've been waiting.
Nice way to grieve inside pubs.
Dire's structures
You're playing
are
against
fortified.
mana burn.
Dire's top tower
more
is
damage.
under attack.
Well, by mana burn.
More damage. Vici, smoke breaks. PYW, the immediate hang. The roll up on the line. Well, the reset and the RP. They come back onto the core heroes. Jinkyu with a turnaround start catches out. But Jinkyu's dead. Warrior's spinning. And Ori turns for the start to PayTM. Yes, they fight them off. So much more. Counts down by the Yules. Into the quick wave of jump. Warrior gets that by the tier 2. But Phantom Lanta is struggling to stick up. Got it!
And now it's time for PL to shine. He needs to burn the mana.
He gets on him now. Ori down. Y comes out with a double kill. Warrior's spin has ended. Skewer forward. Nothing to say. Gets the shockwave back. DY down again.
They can go inside a pit. This is the first Roche, 27 minutes in. Usually we see an earlier Roche kill because there's a lot of Templar Assassins, a lot of Ursas in the game. Both of these lineups are really not that great at it. Draw from Y to split up the fight, and then nice RP. Well, I believe there was some heroes.
Cut out a couple of cores there. But I was getting worried, man. That Phantom Lance are losing pretty much his entire team. As the Warlock to back him up and starts to get on top of these heroes.
It's just super annoying to play against PL, who's sitting in the back with the shard. Aetherlens has that cast range, so what they want to do
has fallen into the radiant.
They're busy during the BKB. They have BKB piercing abilities, rock, RP, and then go in again with the PL. Now he's holding Aegis, going into Scotty next. I'm fine with Aetherlens. I'm not a big fan of upgrading it to Octarine core straight away. I would still prefer if that's like either Scotty or maybe even one more damage item like a butterfly. Scotty's completely fine, being able to reduce the healing that comes out from the Juggernaut's healing ward. You have Dragon Knight as well on top of it. Mars will have Satanic. Nope, changing his mind. It's just a casual Reaver for now.
Oh, he's going Overwhelming Blink.
Overwhelming Blink.
So wanting that jump factor. It does really feel like it comes down to Vici Gaming. Well, like you're saying, PSG want to extend the fights, and Vici Gaming want those snappy, quick kills with Finger, Arena, Ice Blast. They need to blow up not just one target, but several. And really, they've got to focus on some of these core heroes too. As we saw Old Levin really getting on top of Lashrak whenever he possibly can.
They also lost the gem, nothing to say holding it now, so they will be able to get rid of the Sun Vision. Earlier gems, something the Chinese teams love to pick up, to be able to devord, especially if they're ahead, and they're also playing against the Nyx Assassin. Jinkyu finding the farm, a lot of farm on the map being found by this Nyx Assassin who does not have a farming tool, has Aetherlens done, and also going into Aghanim Scepter, just 400 gold away.
Yeah, that's the thing. You're coming back to what I was asking before about LGD playing very sporadically on the map, very spread out as well, making sure they've got heroes in every lane, pushing waves, scouting out any intel they can spot the Vici Gaming are doing, and also picking up that little bit of farm here and there.
A strange is going to be insane.
Tower is under
with Lens
attack.
and Aghanim Scepter on next. The damage reduction that he gets, I don't know if they can blow him up.
If he's burrowed, yeah, it's going to be difficult. Need to chuck everything at him. And again, you need these ultis to be able to kill off core heroes, not just the supports. Group up again from Vici, hold some staircases. Wait for LGD to move towards you because they've got this Aegis and you know the pressure will start mounting against your objectives. It looks like the pings started as if LGD wanted to push tier 1 bottom lane. But first they want to claim a bit of land.
Ame will connect with the team right now, just wants to be able to get that Scotty before the next fight. So we'll push out the bottom lane, go to the side shop, buy Scotty, kill tier 1 tower. We can already see why he's positioning behind the tower, plants down a sentry ward and an observer ward.
Oh yeah, keep that vision going.
Dire's
Double
bottom
walls from
tower
LGD throughout this game. Y has been very specific about where he wants to keep that coverage. If you remember back, what, 20 minutes into the game, we had the double walls in the top part of the jungle, and then he was control Roshan, control the top outpost.
Structures
and now they're thinking about these tier 2s and high ground.
I thought that was just where he plays.
Line him up, and they've got the pick, or nothing to say. Vici Gaming, they spend 3 ultis there, 4 I guess, with a DK as well, popping Dragon Form. And Magnus down for 70.
Radiant's top
This
tower
war that
is
White
under
plays,
attack.
it's, I think, same thing what you're doing with techies. I'm not a techies expert where it works like there's one mine, but there are multiple mines, so say the board at the same exact spot, maybe on 4 attack.
Yeah, there's BKB as well, and that's done. Catching out a couple, Yellow Illusion's causing some serious problems in the goal. White gets it off in time, yours over level 11. Coming out here, the golem is dead with a static charge from the Dragon Knight, spreading damage out onto GQ as well. He's a tanky next, but he will fall. The high ground push gets halted.
Surprised they decided to take that fight without Magnus, not respecting the damage coming out from the Omni Slash and also Ancient Apparition ulti. First, Juggernaut uses the Quick Slash, follows it up with the Omni. Golem. Sometimes this ability does not feel strong at all. You drop the golem itself, and it straight up dies to a couple of right clicks from Jug.
And how much of this is LGD thinking, hey, they need to spend Omni Slash here, and now we've got 100 seconds where everyone's going to be respawned, ready to go again?
Not the best timing. I don't think they can pick another fight with Aegis. It will expire in 40 seconds. Maybe if they had extra 30, they would definitely go in and try to force a fight, possibly near the tier 2 tower on the mid lane.
But not an option right now.
Time to run them down!
Hold by Vici. And they spend every ulti killing off the Nyx, killing off the Magnus, sorry, and then into that Nyx, and the rest of them down bottom lane. Limited vision though there as we sit. Just one observer ward placed into that lane spot mid, and nothing to say. Gets hit in the mid lane again. Ice blasted and ghost broken.
There are no saves whatsoever. They get a good jump. BYW with Lion has been really on point after picking up the Blink Dagger. Now with Etherlens, it's going to be even more easier. 4 sticks of Finger, as you mentioned, getting closer to level 18, so might be able to get the 2 fingers in a team fight.
If you can catch a glimpse here of somebody. You're going to mana drain the illusion first. They do scout out Vici Gaming here. Oh mate, from the trees, sending illusions out so they know someone's lurking there. There's Jinq and Faith Bian for now. A little bit of a spooky position to be in there for Vici Gaming. Even with their ultis up, and they make the jump. DKB, the Ice Blast Finger, the combo onto Jinq. Nick got for a minute. No buyback, you're right. So nothing to say, he's got a line of plate now. The good Earth split lands on Ori. The Phantom Lantern start opening up on the DK. Beautiful from LGD. Demolishes Ori as all the left stranded. The rest of his squad then bailed. The stuns of Faith Bian connecting, getting double kill here to Ori. Oh, can he get it? Oh! No.
He lifts everything. The skewer range talent actually messes it up. He couldn't blink back. Whew, unfortunate there. That would be a big kill because he used the buyback in that previous fight. Phantom Lancer finds the healing ward straight away in a team fight. Sets a couple of illusions to kill it, which needs to be done.
There's still 2 heroes down for a minute though, and with this level 4 edict just, look at it, it shreds through your buildings.
Dire's
middle stand a chance.
Has fallen.
Structure ceasing to exist here as Faith Bian puts it into 5th gear, and Phantom Lance a doppelganger to high ground. Sends illusions forward, trying to burn some of the mana under it, a chip damage to the supports. No buyback here for DK or the Mars, is there? No?
Nope.
Not at all.
And this shard of Last
Dyer's
Track,
middle
first I thought it was a
tower
hot garbage, and then I saw it in the action. It's one of the best shards. Top 5 shards in the game, no
Dyer's
doubt
middle
about it.
barracks are under
Allows you
attack.
to just
Dyer's
stand
middle
inside
barracks.
of it
Dyer's middle
and
barracks
keep
has
fighting, because
fallen.
eventually it will pop off. Now they get one set of barracks, so they can go back. Need to be a bit more careful with Magnus's positioning. Right now, going into AC, use the buyback in the previous fight. I possibly want to see some, like, Eon discs being made. There's one Force Staff on Warlock, Nyx Assassin. What is he building? The old Scepters, any kind of save, because I like what Vici has been doing the last 2 fights. They know the threat of this Nyx Assassin if he manages to get out multiple impels in a fight. So they just blow him up with Ancient Apparition. He is the target.
That's a good point, right?
That bug in a fight. Roche will respawn in 50, so they need to outpush the top lane. Bottom lane is being pushed. No RPs whatsoever being used in the last 4 or 5 fights. Nyx Assassin only gets one set of stun, one set of mana burn, and then he dies. So I wouldn't mind seeing...
Love you too. JJ what? Drawing hearts on the minimap.
Thank you, JJ.
Can you draw a cat? That's my favourite.
I think you're asking too much, Gary.
Yeah, he does a great job as it is. Oh,
here we go.
Something. Is it a boat? Yeah. So, is that calm water?
It's pretty calm.
Smooth sailing. Yeah, you're right. You know, this RP, the Leshrac, they've got tons of chain stun capabilities pairing up with the Nyx Assassin, but when nothing to say is the one immediately getting jumped, hexed, out of the fight, can't blink RP, can't find the opening. And is it Shadow Blade time for him? Does he have to just play from fog? Because the Magnus is having some struggles.
Maybe he has Satanic queued up next, just more HP. It's tough. I think maybe at this point, I mentioned the Eon disc, which doesn't allow you to scale, but we've seen some carry players prioritizing it. Might be the thing. Sitting at 400 gold right now is like, whatever, can't really buy anything. But next Roche, Cheese Aegis +1, I think they should give Mag Aegis to be able to, because you don't get too much value out of the Cheese. Possible AA ult hits, you get no heal whatsoever. You see AA ulti once again, hits Roshan, hits Nyx Assassin, immediately burrows out.
Well, I see everything in that pit. 30 seconds still for your Magnus. So Vici Gaming going to be the ones that can assert dominance on that side of the map.
Octarine, 25. On Phantom Lancer, Spirit Lance cooldown goes to 3 seconds, super annoying. Doppelganger 4.5 seconds, and you have a Scotty plus a full Butterfly. Juggernaut also itemized for a Mjolnir, not going for MKB. Mjolnir still gives you that True Strike on procs, something that DK also has.
Yeah, that static charge bouncing lightning around everywhere. Super good as we get to this point now where BKBs are wearing down, magic damage starts to become a little more potent.
Big upgrade from Maelstrom to Mjolnir, from 4 to 12 targets that it hits, and there's going to be a lot of PL illusions. So possibly 24 bounces coming out from 2 Mjolnirs.
That's a lot of lightning. And nothing to say. This time around, he's not going to go walking down that mid lane. That's 3 times in a row. He's been caught by the Blink Hex, so being much more passive with his positioning now. But it's Vici Gaming that are in the pit. LGD preparing themselves. Roshan at half health already. Can they spot inside? They're pinging it out. Roshan is already dead. The stun from Nyx comes out onto 2 of them. Shard dropped, Aegis grabbed up. Poyo now with a couple of lives.
Timeless Relic. This is big. This is the best item you can get on the next assassin. Right now he's holding on to ceremonial robe, but he should give it to someone else, and then he has this long duration stun on the impale. You also lower the status resistance with it. What is Vorlock holding? Trusty Shovel for now. So he should get the ceremonial robe, longer duration stuns. If you want, you can do the Matt Gary, but I need to first see. Oh, he's actually holding the Stormcrafter
on the neck.
Interesting.
Well. So who's going to get that? Who's going to get that big tier?
No one has it.
Let's leave it back in base. There's a flicker there being dropped by VG Gaming. I guess Ori's going to be the one there to take that. And his Minotaur Horn found by the Magnus.
Magnus himself.
I like that everyone here is farming Ancients, making sure you've got that drop rate going. Creep camps being cleared. All the neutral items being picked up there.
He found his own horn and does not want to use it.
Well, see, he's got a leveler, yeah?
I think it's much safer to get that horn. You can actually have both and then swap back leveler when you're attacking the buildings.
Well, they're giving it to Leshrac. It looks like Warlock takes the Timeless Relic as well, so Fatal Bonds, more damage.
I would prefer if they swap the items. Maybe Nyx Assassin is thinking, I need a defensive tool, has a Force Staff, Stormcrafter is a Dispel mechanic while he's burrowed. They need to find a way that he doesn't get hit by Ancient Apparition ulti.
Oh, that's got to be one of the keys. Arcane Rune spotted. Ori, yet again, going to have that decreased cooldown on the Dragon form.
Also, I'm wondering what the interaction is if you use Stormcrafter while you're burrowed. Because it throws you in the air, and then when you land, maybe you need to use another burrow.
No, I think you stay burrowed like you're...
Yeah. It's like Yule Scepter, but...
Maybe he'll try it here.
I'm just memeing. Let's test it. Jin Q, please, if you're listening, click the button.
He's on the high ground, but he's also underground. Forcing himself back down to low ground. And Vendettering up. Age is still in hand for quite some time here on that Juggernaut. And Vici Gaming. Gotta be wary. Oh, Poyo. Missing out the stun there, Jin Q. Didn't catch the Jug.
Jug has a shard, something that we didn't mention, so you can have more movement speed during your spin, and also proc stuff with your right clicks during the spin. Who got the second shard? They gave it to Mars. Mars holding a shard on top of the overwhelming blink.
His initiation. So,
Dragonite. This is big. I want to see that level 25, the 375 AoE Dragon Tail stun. But only during the form.
Only during the Dragon form with the range. He's not going to go for that Aghanim Scepter or anything like that.
Because it's great against the PL illusions.
Stuns them all. Oh, Jin Q. Oh.
He went for a different... Actually disappointed. He went for Dragon Blood, HP regen, and armor. I mean, it gives him more sustain against the PL and the illusions, but I would prefer the other one.
That would have been cool. Vici Gaming, though, they set up for the two-man Spear Arena. Hold 11. Beautiful. Wise cleared through, and Armane's about half HP. Dragonite comes in. They start up an Ice Blast him down. Nothing to say. Gone with a finger. And Armane stuck in the trees. Manta style, Doppelganger ready again. Turnaround stun. There's Nyx Assassin. Holds out for his PL. VG Gaming on the run forward, though, with the RP. Nothing to say. He's got 3 of them. He just cleaves them in twain. Oh, that's Magnus. Monumental pickoffs there from Nothing to Say. That could be just the defense of the base. Ori and Poyo still going, though. There's Magnus in trouble now. PL. Can he do it with that Split Earth landing? Poyo and the DK in trouble, but the cleaves. The damage being spilled out onto that Phantom Lancer forces him back.
That's Aegis. Dragonite decides to jump in, has Satanic, has Cheese, so can get the mana back and the HP if needed.
They still have Omni Slash as well. Juggernaut, is he going to spend it? No, there's a Lotus Orb there, so he spins and sprints forward instead, beyond Godlike Jug now. And Phantom Lancer, the only hero left standing.
Ame needs to be careful. One jump from Lion could potentially just kill him there. He's running out of slots. Has 7,000 gold, hit that level 26. It was a good buyback from Nothing to Say. He goes in, hides inside the trees on the right side of the tower, lands a 3-man RP. It's a problem because they already used the buybacks in the previous fight, so they did not have it.
Yeah, we're running pretty low here for LGD.
And look at that, BYW restoring mana on his Dragonite with the shard, level 20 talent, while being magic immune.
There you go, buddy. I've got plenty. Take some of mine. And up to high ground we go. VG Gaming just waiting this entire game out. And you said it, the triple core here, that Mars, Jug, and Dragon Knight showing how strong they can be. Still respecting LGD though. They will have 3 heroes alive in a second as Nyx comes back from the grave. Phantom Lancer trying to hunt down the healing ward, but unsuccessful in doing so. It's still very annoying. There's bouncing lamps jumping around and PL illusions stacking up. Vici not wanting to push it too far forward.
See the mana drain potential. Problem is you're giving mana to allies and then you don't have it, but you can get it back, and we can see the full potential of it when you're draining 2 or 3 targets. Instantly goes back to full.
Right, we'll push out that mid wave all the way against these super creeps as well. Mid lane Dirax all gone. And 3 lanes converging in towards LGD's base.
That's almost level 30.
Right, LGD going to be 5 alive here soon, but yeah, level 30 Jug. Every green light there lit up for LGD, for Vici Gaming and LGD. We've got one big fight left in us. PL buyback, Warlock buyback, DK, Ancient Apparition all joining the ranks of heroes that can return to the fight.
And also Mars hit level 25 just now. Arena of Blood grants you 180 HP regeneration inside of it. Everyone get in.
Get over here.
What a movie. I watched the new movie. It was so disappointing. Just kidding. You have to watch. We were talking about the Mortal Kombat movie. It's so bad that it's so good.
It's a cult classic. Well, old Levin after Yules, but there's a stun. Ori's in on the PL. The chain disables their Hex and the kill. Armate dead, has to buy back. Nothing to say, does get the catch on PYW. 100 seconds without a Lion. And boy, he's spinning forward. He wants wide. The arena from old Levin is finding pickoff after pickoff. They do have the Yules on the Juggernaut, but yeah, the Mag's in trouble. Being stunned up and caught by the DK. Gone for 100. LGD now 100% reliant on this Phantom Lancer. Illusions are out. Burning Mana doing a bit of chip damage, but Vici Gaming don't seem to care too much.
Everyone is full HP on side of Vici Gaming. The arena keeping them nice and healthy. The healing ward on top of it. Dragon Knight has ton of regen as well. And also keeping the cheese. Still didn't pop it. Arcane Rune bottom. Unfortunately, Ame had to buy back. Now has enough gold to buy a full Bloodthorn, which is going to be a lot of burst damage with the illusions when they get a good jump. There isn't a single, like, a save mechanic in this game, which they would definitely love to have. There is a force stab, but that doesn't do too much. Why? He also brought back the previous fight.
That's a die back via Warlock. Faith Beyond's coming in, but that swift slash from Poyo so easily demolishes the Warlock. And there's the jump from Old 11, the arena, but the missing spear. Thanks to the Stormcrafter. Xingqiu still dead, though. And Faith Beyond gonna following him into the grave. A buyback from Nyx Assassin. 2 versus 4 at this point, and every lane moving in towards the Radiant base.
This is it. They have one more fight. If they lose this fight, the game just ends. For PSG LGD, they need multiple men. RP, skewer back possibly into tier 4 towers, get a 1 or 2 kills, prolong the team fight, burn the mana. Lion is the target that they need to kill. He's getting very close to E on this, just 500 gold away, so you're not going to be able to even get a good jump on him.
Go on, Golem.
That.
Go on, Golem. Get onto that high ground. Ori and PYW will contend with the creep wave. Hexing up the Golem as well. Greaves done on the Ancient Apparition now. 1 minute 20 for the next Roshan if they need that. They are.
I'm a genie in a bottle. What a good old classic.
Oh, great rendition by you as well, Lacoste. What a
Indeed.
beautiful voice.
Back to more Dota talk. Overwhelming Blink. What seems to be the underwhelming Blink in the previous patches now feels the strongest one.
Yeah, especially on these incredibly tanky heroes. I mean, he's going to go back into Satanic now. And we do start to see these Eon discs get picked up as the buybacks aren't really available for too many people anymore. And getting the jump and having the numbers advantage seems so important. Early game, LGD did exactly that. They got the pickoffs they needed, converted them into towers. But since 30-odd minutes or so, Vici Gaming have been the ones, especially the Blink Hex from Lion, finding the immediate jump, pick off onto Magnus, onto Warlock.
PYW was all over the place in the mid game, going on the targets, kind of enabling them to get to this point. Juggernaut hit level 30, that means 1 extra seconds on Omni Slash, on top of Omni Slash, coming out from the Aghanim Scepter.
The goal on 2. That's a good start for LGD. DUI and PYW slowed by the upheaval. The turnaround stun point, Yo also spinning in, but the RP, nothing to say. He's cleared through 2 already. Arena, they're going to catch out the Warlock inside. Wise on the left-hand side is Faith Bian that's taken down. Leshrak gone with no buyback on him. And Roshan alive. Jin-Q burrowed. They've got that Bloodstone on the Juggernaut. And Poyo
the spell it
out of mana now.
Completely.
Struggling to deal with the PL illusions. I mean, LGD, they can move into the pit here if they want to.
They need it. They definitely need it on Ahmed to be able to get that Aegis brought back in the previous fight. Not going to have it for a while.
And Jin-Q frontlining. The scans connect from both teams. Red circles on the map. DK stun, but 2 man. Impale in and upheaval slows them. Aegis grabbed by Ahmed. Cheese, Aghanim Scepter, all the goodies. Straight into the pockets of LGD.
Aghanim Scepter, who picked it up?
Looks like the Warlock's got it now.
Oh yeah.
He's thinking
Double
about...
Maybe
Do you give it to Leshrak?
I think you give it to Leshrak because he has one queued up, and this is something that we don't see. I always want to see it. This new ability.
The nihilism.
Yep. You cannot attack. It might be great answer to attacks from the Dragon Knight, attacks from the Juggernaut,
and all that extra magic damage from Fatal Bonds, from the Fatal Bonds Pulse Nova combined together. And he's going to leave it in Fountain there for Faith Bian to grab.
So 30% more magic damage on top of Fatal Bonds, on top of extra 15 spell damage coming up from the Timeless Relic. Maybe this is it, Gary.
Well, this is what they needed. There has been a struggle in this mid to late game for LGD, but they found openings. They've been given another opportunity here by VG Gaming as it started to feel like it was a foregone conclusion. That net worth lead, you know, is pretty high for VG, now down to about 16k. Look at that, it was 25 at some point. Big swing back.
Now back to 16. They needed that big RP, and nothing to say delivered. Now with the Shadow Blade that you mentioned is going to be easier for them. Is there a gem? There isn't. They have 2 sentry wards, and that's it. Sorry, my apologies. Old 11 holding a gem.
We do have that big difference though, as JJ is pointing out. Triple core buyback ready, and AA with Lion aren't too far away from theirs either. So we could have a fight here where we might have 10 lives.
Versus 5, exactly.
That's something LGD have to keep in their mind. Yes, they've got Aegis, they've got Cheese. So it's kind of a 10 versus 7 in some regards. But it's that jump, it's that initiation, and initiation comes from vision that matters so much for both of these teams. I mean, Old Levin's arenas have been spot on. We've seen some good golems and Nick's initiations out of Y and Jin-Q.
Nihilism is online. On top of Shard for Leshrak. It's super annoying. I've seen position for Leshrak, I believe it was Jin-Q, who built Octarine core, and then you can overlap the Split Earth.
Nothing to say. He's got Shadow Blade, man. I knew it was coming, but they still see him with the gem and BKBs and runs out of the arena.
Good reaction time there. No arena. 450.
No BKB for Magnus, though. And VG Gaming just going to grab the outpost. Cut out these waves, make sure that mid and bottom lane are pushing in towards Radiant side of the map. Top lane is where LGD have to aim for and angle towards that top set of barracks. Aegis for 2.5 minutes, starting to wear down on this time that Phantom Lance has to really have free reign in the battle. He's getting pretty stacked now, this Arme PL. Scardian backpack, 5k gold saved up.
Will be have buyback in the next 15 seconds.
Do we see the Ags on PL? Something that I think we saw once from Anna in Europe, but we don't really see the Aghanim Scepter from Phantom Lance too much.
You gotta invest gold in something right now, just keeping a buyback. We'll need to farm another like 2.5, 3k gold to have Aghanim Scepter, even more, because you need a Sin.
Yeah, maybe a moonshot is better.
Buyback cost is 3,000 plus Aghanims 6,000. You need 9,000 gold. Quick and easy math.
LGD. Oh, good positioning from PYW here. Old 11 also ready to break that smoke. Stay on top of the staircase, hold the ramp, blink away. They knew something was coming. Invis, nothing to say, and Faith Bian walking forward as Vici Gaming hold that top jungle portion. LGD, bit of a mirror movement here going across to the ancient camps. Triangle belongs to them, and they know that mid lane is just this wave continually pushing up against the beaches of Vici Gaming's base. Phantom Lancer, jump in the Lion. Ori finds the stun though, and the arena there, the BKB's come out. Nothing to say, wants the RP, but he can't land it. And they're trying to focus down Faith Bian now. Jin Q gets slapped down by Poyo. Drop the golem on the DK. Phantom Lancer in the back lines, but Faith Bian at the front just dies. Poyo comes out with a double. His Beyond Godlike streak just never ending. PYW has an Eon disc. And Phantom Lancer always stuck here. Where's his team? He doesn't have one anymore. They're all ditched him. Oh, no Magnus, no Warlock, and Arme hexed up and dead.
He has buyback. They managed to reset the buybacks. Unfortunately, Jin Q does not have one. Will be up in 80 seconds, so that's a lot of time that they need to buy. Once again, PYW jumps to the Lion, gets that first jump on the PL. It was 10 seconds until Aegis was about to expire, so could potentially just wait there and kill him instantly, but they still managed to do a great fight. RP, once again, available. They need nothing to say to make some miracle happen.
Yeah, he desperately needs to. This has got to be a Juggernaut plus DK plus 1 RP. They have to get rid of Poyo at some point. And Phantom Lancer buying back now. Again, we have a situation where Vici Gaming have 5 buybacks. And right now, LGD only holding 2. High ground pressure, Ice Blast flies over. Scouts out LGD inside their own base. A double catapult wave also here. Very patient though from Vici Gaming, not pressing forward. Worried about what awaits them on that Radiant high ground, which, like you say, is that nothing to say RP. So they'll take Outpost instead.
Dragon Knight has Aghanim Scepter completed in his backpack. Now just bringing the recipe. So there's going to be even more splash damage against the PL. And he's about to hit level 30. I would prefer if he went for that talent early on against the PL and the illusions. You stun everything. You cannot micro PL illusions that good, because they're always going to be like, once they connect on the target, it's easy to just stun them.
They're all clumped up.
Yep, exactly. And the Aghanim Scepter done, on top of 4,000 gold.
Assault Cuirass now for Old 11 as well. There's level 30 Juggernaut, all of his talents grabbed up for him. Doppelganger CD there for Arme.
And also Lion getting closer to level 25. If he gets the AoE Hex, you kill all the illusions from PL, you stun them once, let's say with the Dragon Knight, you hex them, they all disappear, you know which one is real. PL, no buyback. I don't see them winning this game unless they land the 3+ man RP.
I mean, he's got Refresher Orb, right? So we do have that potential for some really sick plays out of this Magnus with his maneuverability, with a double RP. Potential is available for LGD, but it's a very tricky one to pull off. It's not easy by any means. We talk about that ease of execution quite often at the end of a draft, but it's progressed throughout this game to a point at which LGD are behind to a point they need to have the perfect team fight. Whereas Vici Gaming, so far, have been doing a great job splitting the fight. And
here's the opening.
Just casting their spell.
Oh no, they saw Nyx.
They force staff him out there, but the arena from Old 11. BKB's up. The Eon disc to Jin Q. He also got the Minotaur Horn. Slips away from the arena. Faith Bian Nihilism does come out for a second there, but Wide dies. Golden dropped on his death and nothing to say. Found by the Juggernaut Omni Slash. Gone for over a minute and a half.
That's game. Without Magnus, they don't have anything. And now Big Black Dragon coming in with the slows.
Phantom Lancer the only one surviving. But now you have no RPs, and the story of this past 15 minutes has been nothing to say has to land huge RPs just to keep LGD in it.
I believe that's it, Gary. They just don't have enough. 70 seconds. Magnus lacks 800 gold.
Vici don't know that though, do they?
They do not know, yeah.
Technically. And the double
But it
buyback
doesn't help
here,
them in any way.
That's still going to close in on this high ground. Get on the tier 3. Some structural damage finally into the Radiant base. And Nick Assassin, he is a nuisance, but there is the jump.
Good jump.
PYW, old 11, the Ice Blast flying in. But the turnaround from the PL and Faith Beyond's Leshrac stunning up the Mars. VG Gaming have to back him up. Healing Ward keeps him topped up, and Poyo, this split earth. The stuns just keep landing on them. They've got the cheese. They've got the cheese. Gobble it up. Old 11 back in fighting shape again.
This is never-ending stun from Leshrac plus the Nyx Assassin. Look at this, huge range.
But they catch him again. The Carapace does stun out the Mars, split up there, but Poyo, he opens up with Ori. Shinkyu will fall, down goes your Nyx, and your base defense no longer valid. PSG LGD will lose their Leshrac here potentially, and now get force staff back by Y.
Ame constantly being annoying with his spam from so far away. He's really afraid to go in.
Yeah, he can't go in and face tank
But
these
they
heroes.
bought time. They bought time. Magnus is, again, available to RPs. Remember that he has enough mana pool, 300 for RP, 300 for a refresh, so 900 in total needed, maybe a Shadow Blade here and there, Empower, but his mana over time is 17 per second, so you need to count that in on top of it.
And a Horn Toss there as well. Well, it's just one lane of barracks. That's evened the playing field a little here for Vici Gaming, but that felt like it should have been game over.
It took them a while. A lot of those stuns, Nyx Assassin landing the 2 hero stuns plus burning the mana. And we go to 60 minutes. Ex Machina, found by Leshrac.
What was that? 25 armor and resetting the cooldown of all items. It looks like he'll be the one to hold it. So we've got multiple BKBs there for him. Ballista for DY. Do you want that on Dragon Knight?
You might give that to Dragon Knight, yeah.
Oh, and a pushing,
bounce them off.
A pushing item. Book of the Dead. We've got the Necronomicon units back again. It's been a while.
Ex Machina as well for them. So what can they refresh on their side? They could potentially refresh the Eon Discs, the BKBs, Overwhelming Blink, Yule Scepter on Mars.
Yeah, it feels like old 11 there with his items and the fact that he wants to be the one tanking up. Ideal candidate for it. As DK grabs an Overwhelming Blink for himself. Nice little pirate hat there. Free bounty runes. And tons of attack speed, so you're going to have these Maelstrom or Mjolnir attacks coming out quickly.
Fallen Sky on Mag, that's a big one.
Does he keep it? Use that as an initiation tool?
I would.
Like no.
I definitely would. Right now, he's just holding the leveler. Damage is a bit lacking coming out from him. You know, he has 400, but with all the armor, and they're gonna go in.
It's still so rough, but there's the jump. Old 11 gets the catch, and the combo as good as ever. Ice blasting the Warlock. We'll have to buy back to hold on to this one because their base is in tatters. RP from nothing to say. BKBs and skewers them back towards the fountain. Call them in. The RP skewer. They're in the fountain. Nothing to say. He throws everything at them. Aegis reclaimed as Ori. He does flap his wings back and away. BKB up and turns the fight. The stun's there, but Poyo's out. DK down, but the Juggernaut still keeps going. Fallen Sky and a skewer back in. Nothing to say is toying with Vici Gaming. But LGD can't finish off the Jug, and he is the main hero here for them.
Can he get another one back to the fountain? Buyback from PYW, buyback from Ori. They want to end this game. They're going in.
Faith Beyond refreshes up. Moves forward. Lightning Storm slows. Looks for the stun, but the Yule Scepter. Stormcrafter. Cyclones DY out of danger. 2 lanes now looking pretty done. As Vici Gaming claims some buildings.
There's the Fallen Sky plus the Horde.
They catch him out. The Yule's out. Mars still stuck in the fountain. He's dead on the fountain damage.
He
gone for 100.
Whoa. Gary, they still holding this game. Dragon Knight with the double damage.
Another Fallen Sky. Misses out on the skewer this time. Faith Beyond trying to hold back on Poyo. The throne is open. Juggernaut can't get the job done though. And Dragon Knight with his DD rune needs his dragon form to come back off cooldown, but he's out of mana at this point.
AoE Hex online, level 25. He gets rid of those illusions so quickly, but the Nyx Assassin being very annoying. Nothing to say, but to go for the Horde.
Oh, nothing to say. He skewers away. Faith Beyond again. Comes out with his BKB. Beautiful Ex Machina just spamming out all his items, stunning up the Juggernaut. Buy back out from Arme. Phantom Lance are coming in, but the skewer not working. Nothing to say, can't deal with the BKB of Ori. And now the Dragon Knight pummels Y. Another hero down with no buyback. Ancient Apparition will have to spend his. 4v4 now, and an Omni Slash Finger takes down Arme's buyback.
No buyback on him.
Dieback on him, but a skewer again into Fountain. Nothing to say, sets up on the DK.
This is 6 versus 5, Gary. They're using the Fountain as their 6th player.
They've got the Glyph on their base as well. Throne is still standing. BYW and Poinio are afraid.
Another RP is available. He might be able to get a jump. Only 2 heroes with the buyback right now.
Feeted.
Oh, he's setting it up.
Ooh. The cold feet, nothing to say. He made sure he couldn't jump, couldn't skewer, couldn't RP.
You can't get close. Nyx Assassin just borrowed, and we see this Leshrac with the shard, multiple stuns. Man, nothing to say. This is why he has such a high win rate. Even when things go dark real quick, you know, he's there. He's still holding the game for them with those skewers, with those RPs.
All they need is that one stun. Nyx stun, RP, whatever it might be, and skewer them back towards the Fountain. Again, looking at these buybacks, Mag and Jug, the only 2 with them. Radiant base. It's out in the open. It's cold, it's exposed, and here comes Old 11. Spear catch with the RP. All the BKBs were fast enough. Vici Gaming
has another one.
They miss it around. Nothing to say, doesn't land it, and Vici Gaming cracks the game wide open. GG is called, they know it's over.
Oh my god, maybe they had it. You know, if he lands that RP, a lot of nerves. Misclicked it, uses RP on the ground. But yeah, Vici Gaming in the end prevails. It looked like this game should not be this close. Like, I felt like they needed to end this game 20 minutes, and we can see PSG LGD just having a good laugh. Jinq still scratching his head, thinking about what could have been done better. Well, those tier 4 items, once they kick in, and Magnus, we've seen, I think the story of this tournament pretty much is, you know, even when you're pushed against the wall, you can still fight back, because a lot of these repositioning tools are available. We have seen so many Tinies being picked, Mars now with the skewer coming up from the Magnus, so there's always a way to defend the base, even if the things don't look too good for you.
There's some way just to have that massive swing of momentum, and nothing to say. He pulled out all the tricks, right? He's like a magician with things hidden in his sleeves. Really gorgeous stuff out from LGD. But Vici Gaming showing that they can go up against LGD, tying the series in an important series for them. I'm sure Shiva and the panel can take you over all of that.
We can indeed. Oh, what a game, what a game. What it really comes down to, though, that laning stage. No.
Yeah, let's talk about the laning stage, Shiva.
The draft.
That level 1 skewer.
You're 40k gold behind, and you're able to make the game look relatively close, Jenkins. How?
Yeah, we can't really talk about anything other than the tier 5 items, can we?
Yeah, really.
The meteor, I don't even know what it's called, the meteor hammer blink thing. What the hell? Fallen sky into skewers into the fountain. Ex Machina, so we could get like 3 BKBs on the Mars every time.
Just what an insane ending. Nyx Assassin as well, burrowing around.
Seer Stone.
Seer Stone, mana burn from one side of the map to the other, from my fountain to yours. You pretty much respawn without the mana with that Seer Storm.
Yeah, the Nyx Impale was like, you could see it traveling across because it was such a long distance. It was like Ag's Labyrinth, like the...
I think Nyx, just overall, Jinq obviously lost, but definitely a big part is why the game went on as long as it did, T.
Yeah, I think Jinq played, really, really well, and I just like the fact that we're seeing Nyx go for the Agnums, because again, like in European DPC, at least in Eastern European DPC, it wasn't really an item that
really?
Yeah, like
I'm shocked. Why?
We're not that good. All right,
I
want to say it or what? Like,
please,
can you believe? Listen, I was trying to say we're bad, all right? No, but it's it was nice seeing this item kind of come back in. The main thing is, of course, kind of positional advantage, where you get a gem, you just kind of fortify an area with it, defend your base. But I think, of course, we haven't really mentioned it yet, but this was by far Puyoyo's best performance, I believe, from personally what I've seen in his games. Just the way in which he kind of commanded his team around his Juggernaut in so many key fights. It wasn't the DK initiating or the Lion initiating. It was actually him kind of cutting through the ranks of PSG and just jumping on top of the Magnus, killing off the Warlock instantly, and it unlocked the rest of his team to get into the engagement.
He did a ton. I like the itemization overall throughout this game. From the same reasoning, I guess, I haven't seen a lot of PL players buy that shard and Aetherlance. I was, like, a couple of games, I see the PL and I'm thinking, okay, if he buys shard and if he goes Aetherlance Octarine, this is a easy PL game. But if you don't, you fall off. This is the first time that I've actually seen him buy the shard. It was good. I think it kept him in the game for a little while, but it just wasn't good enough. This was a difficult PL game. Still a bit shocked that they decided to pick him so late.
Yeah, are you trying to cruise again, Jenkins? Is that
you guys are summarizing it really well. I think Vici, I think the way that they played the fights this game was a lot better than in the previous game. I think they correctly identified that Nothing to Say is such a huge part of why LGD can win fights where other teams maybe wouldn't be able to win those fights, and why they can secure areas where maybe other teams wouldn't be able to secure, because Nothing to Say just gets a huge lead in the laning stage and he plays the fights really well. Every single fight we would see PYW instant hex Nothing to Say. We saw in the first clip here, he put the lion stun down, caught him on what would have been a 3-man RP. If he hits that RP, the game is just almost impossible. That was going to be a team wipe in the enemy triangle. I mean, that's just free building.
The guy has like 90% win rate on Magnus on his Dota buff account, not even in DPC. So overall in the pro scene, he has very high win rate.
Yeah, so they shut him down, and the game looks significantly better. And Puyoyo,
until he just skewers you into the fountain.
Then yeah, it's a little bit rough.
28-2-13.
How many times have you been skewered into the fountain, T?
Too many. In party queue.
He's the worst person to ask that.
Really?
Yeah, all he does is unranked party queue, so he's messing around skewering
the madness.
It's madness.
It's
incarnated.
Yeah.
Yes.
I just want to ask Jenkins actually unfiltered opinion on the fact that DK didn't go for the AoE stun 25.
Unfiltered opinion. Okay, well, if you asked Fog, he'd be,
well, Fog's not here,
very visceral, so I'll speak for him.
Please.
He was not too happy about that. He was obviously much more festered and visceral than I was, and that I'm going to be right now. Yeah, I mean, you're against a PL, you should probably go for that, so that way you can figure out what the real PL is by just stunning all of them, damaging all of them. But to be fair, like, he was getting the PL in every single fight, and then
even without him, they were.
Yeah, even without it, it's like he identified that he didn't need it, and it looks like he was right.
In one fight, actually, that talent, the region talent, helped him quite a bit. He lived through the whole duration of the fight. Regioned almost all of his HP and re-attacked.
Exactly, you're playing against this PL hero, like, and Warlock, like, all of these heroes do a shitload of damage over time, so at the very least, like, sure, he's going to be out of mana, but he's not going to die. He's going to survive, and DK in the late game, once you have the Aghanim Scepter Black Dragon form, you don't necessarily need mana to be effective. He went for a full damage build, so just being around, especially with the ballista, for goodness sake, you can do a ton of damage as long as you're alive. So I actually think it was a decent choice.
And moving back, PO at this point in the game, when you have double overwhelming blink on the Mars and the DK, you then have like a line with the A. Like, there's so many forms of this kind of illusion mitigation that it kind of gets really hard to win this game.
Oh, poor Warlock. I just see why he's the only one that didn't make it to 25.
Yeah,
he had a free slot at the end of the game. Imagine being at a 60-minute game and you have a free slot. That's just the life of a position 5, isn't it?
Needed that Midas. The good old days with Midas Warlock.
Those were the days.
Yeah.
What a crazy game, and what craziness from... I mean, obviously PSG LGD lost this game, so kudos to Vici Gaming. They played their hearts out, and they needed to also. We'll talk about standings in a little bit. But PGLD held with 41k deficit. I can't, like, this just, it's ridiculous. I guess at some point, it's not about what items you have, it's just literally about how you play.
Leshniks, just the hardest heroes in the current meta, I think, to to push into that we've seen in the tournament at least.
Do you guys remember when we were talking previously about the meta that the DPC CN is bringing? It's literally Nyx and Lesh. If you let Nyx go through, they will pick it and they will then combo it with the Leshrac because it's very difficult to deal with. So
also, fun fact: Vici Gaming now is part of 2 records. They are part of the shortest game, 60 minute 28, but also now they're part of the longest game at the major with 1 hour 5 minutes 13 seconds. So Vici Gaming, you know, record holders.
They take a lot to win, but very little to lose.
Yes.
Little time to lose. Yeah.
What a wild card team! Fun to watch. You don't know what you're gonna get. A complete catastrophe or just utter annihilation over a 60-minute period.
Yeah, love it. They are now in the situation where they are, 8-6. So this was their last series for now because they are very much hoping that Team Nigma will lose 0-2 to Beast Coast later today because that will create a tie between them for upper bracket of the playoffs. As it stands now, though, they are either hoping for tiebreakers or they're guaranteed lower bracket.
Isn't there a chance that we get like 4 or 5 teams in the tiebreaker?
This is amazing.
That's
amazing.
Actually.
We're gonna have like potentially Nigma loses, so they go 8-6 tied with Vici Gaming. Then EG loses, TNC loses, Liquid wins, Spirit wins. So then you have 4 teams tied for 7, and then 2 teams tied for 2.
All the tiebreakers are best of 1, by the way, and they're all happening today. So we might be in for a long one, depending on the results of the rest of the series of today. This was only the first series of the day. There's going to be 4 in total. Our next one up is coming at you after this break. It's going to be Team Spirit versus TNC.